Our stewardship theme for this year is deepening our roots, flourishing in faith. For nearly 200 years, First Congregational Church has had deep Christian roots here in Battle Creek, and those roots make it possible for beautiful and diverse expressions of faith to flourish today. For the next few weeks, we'll be hearing from different people across the FCC BC community about the deep values that draw them to First Congregational Church and how those values may be seen flourishing in their lives. This is a witness to the vitality and the history of our faith community. At this time, I'd like to invite Jim Siemers and Lynnette forward.
In the 1950s, Betty and I were raising our family, and we didn't have any close relatives. But here in the church, we formed friendships that to this day are still alive and great. And even though they know our faults, they still are friends. And in 1963, I moved to the town I was born in, so I had family and so on. And so we left. And we were only there a year. I found out how important my church was, my friends were, and that the guy said, the worst thing you can do, Jim, is put your tail between your legs and go back. Well, I said, well, I'm going to do that, which it proved okay. A little bit ago, Lynnette was a relatively new member, and she was sharing some life experiences in the Koinonia service. And I was so impressed with her. I said, I got to meet this gal. And so we've been buddies ever since.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I just want to say just a few things. A little over 2 years ago, my partner and I were at an anti-bullying, anti-violence rally downtown, and we listened to this young man speak, and then we listened to him speak about his church and how it was open and affirming. And we decided to give it a try, and we were here about 2 weeks, and we had a Pride Sunday. And what their lives had been like and were now, and I was lucky enough to speak. And afterwards, Jim Siemers stepped up and thanked me, and we talked for a little while, and yes, we've been friends. And then Jeannie and Brent sponsored Toby and I for membership here. And in those 2 years, I have found so many friends, so many warm and welcoming people from this service and from my own service. And people who have become family, and people who, we've celebrated the birth of babies and the coming of babies and weddings. I can't tell you how wonderful it is to be here. And part of my stewardship has been to say no rarely when asked to do something, which, can be a little hectic sometimes. But I serve on 2 small groups. I've enjoyed Wednesday nights and cooking, and this week I was invited to the Women's Fellowship meeting and met some lovely women who seem to me to be the backbone of a lot of things that are going on in this church. And yesterday I attended a Widening the Welcome meeting for social justice and racial justice. We attended those meetings early this year, or I should say 5 or 6 months ago, and then we were doing a follow-up yesterday. So because of the history and the principles that are in this church, I am bound and determined to probably meet all of you at some time or other, and hopefully share, just the love that is here. And I'm also going to work on getting people together, and hopefully we can continue to make this church what it is and keep it as strong as it is. And I thank you.
We're not done. We all want to be. We're going to be together. Now, how many of you? I'm sure most of you remember Camptown races. Da 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 da, do da 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 da. Oh do da day. Well, do da is you, and the oh do da is you. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. At FCC we do many things.
Do-da, do-da.
Some usher here and another one sings. Oh, do-da-day. It takes many hands and many minds.
Do-da, do-da.
Of spirits bright and devoted times.
Oh, do-da-day.
Let's each do our part, because everyone is needed here to help in spirit and in soul and lessen all our fear. Oh, why so important this challenge we face?
Do-da, do-da.
It's how we grow as a family of faith.
Oh, do-da-day.
Either large or small, we need your pledge.
Do-da, do-da.
And to have a share is a privilege.
Oh, do-da-day.
So make this year a time of joy, and you will find, by doing your part that comes from the heart, FCC will continue to shine.
Yeah.